now competitive edge in the differences. But at the same time, as you mentioned, that you just can't be focused on one state. You've got to look at the whole country. Otherwise, India doesn't really deliver. But there's a lot beyond just India as an Indian market. I mean, there is a whole set of multinational corporations who are making India their South Asia, their Southeast Asia, or their Middle East Africa headquarters. So is this doing business in India also not just about India, but it's also now a regional potential?
I think 2 points. First, on India, I think the way to the future and the way to go is to develop small hubs, and I would say not only states, but there will be soon, 5 to 10 years from now, specialized districts, hubs for auto, for chemicals, for pharma, for services. That's the way we will go. Now, taking this point forward and looking at the region, where I think, in fact, it's already happening. Lot of companies I am aware of, including multinational companies, Indian companies, of course, but lot of multinational companies and companies which have other origin are establishing India as a hub, either from Indian subcontinent or for Southeast Asia, or in some cases, I know even for Africa. So I think there is a lot of similarity between the condition, circumstance, and including the lifestyles of the people of those countries. Lot of companies have separate teams which are headquartered in India, focusing on Latin America, Africa, Southeast Asia. Just look at it, the whole global power is shifting to these countries. So it is not only that the modern or the Western or the already matured world is wanting to go into those countries. Each country in this region is wanting to go into each other's country. Lot of agricultural land has been grabbed up in Africa. Lot of metal mining, shale gas related sort of fields are being captured. And even from a management perspective, India offers a reasonably good bet at becoming a regional hub, at least from a management perspective, including from a manpower and the kind of quality management which is available. I think it's already happening, at least in few segments. I'll name those in consumer, in healthcare, it's already happened.
You know, before we open up to the floor, since we have a man from the Chief Minister's office in Kerala, we have somebody who's here in charge of making Pune the Germany of the East, and we have Maheshwar Rao from Karnataka. I'm going to ask each one of you, we have a plethora of young entrepreneurs here, to give that half a minute, 1 minute spill of why someone should come and invest in Pune, Karnataka or Kerala. So I'll start with you, Maheshwar, and we'll go up to Zubin and then to you, Shafi.
I think I have been pitching for the last 6 months, it's become second nature, but we always say that I think you should look at the market in India first. If you come to decide about the market, then you decide which part of the market, which segment of the market you're looking at. Looking at consumption, looking at where it's going to be driven, and where you got good labor relations, good quality manpower, and in case that makes your business profitable, you should go there. I think our state, of course, stands somewhere among those which will always be counted, but the choice is yours.
But I think if it comes to high technology industry and you need a place to stand and move the world, then I think it's Pune. Because I think the people in the industrial environment of Pune attracts high technology. I mentioned it earlier, it's a city of entrepreneurs. So if you want to be comfortable in the kind of environment that you thrive in, I would say it's Pune.
Shafi?
If you want to invest in a land-intensive project or industry, please go to Maharashtra and Karnataka. But if you want to be in the most beautiful state with the best law and order, best governance, and the best social indicators, health, education, etc.,
open the floor for questions. As you can see, we are a continent, but we're still connected. So we can open the floor for questions. We have about 5 to 7 minutes for questions. They're really overwhelmed by your screens, I think. Nobody? I mean, I could keep asking questions, but just want to make Shaki, you reminded me, oh, there's one person over there.
Director has already been a drafter entrepreneur policy to Sam Pitroda, but now Sam Pitroda has told that within a 6 month it will, but no reply on entrepreneur policy that will be coming down.
So your question is that the government of India is working on an entrepreneurial policy. There has been a core group that has been set up inside the Planning Commission itself in the 12th five-year plan to include entrepreneur-driven incentives in the 12th five-year plan period. And yes, Mr. Pitroda has sort of also had a role in that. And your question is, what's happened to that? Yeah, Shaki will answer.
Government of India and other states in India are thinking about it. We have implemented the first student entrepreneurship policy in the country and most probably the world. What we have done is any student while in college who starts an enterprise and create income, wealth or job by a certain parameter, get 20% attendance absolutely free. They don't need to turn up to college for 20% of their college days. They still get 20% attendance and they get 4% marks added to their final grades in this. And we are proud to say that the first campus to IPO company started by 5 students in Trivandrum Engineering College. We just announced from Kerala in 12th December, and it's expected to hit the SME exchange of Bombay Stock Exchange in February.
Right away, if you got 5 ideas, you don't have to go to school. It's as simple as that. But just jokes aside, I think a lot of ideas are happening in entrepreneurship. State government, of course, is not doing much. Is thinking about it, but a lot of organizations, including I think CII and NASCOM, have come up with this plan of doing startups, assisting startups. I think the way to go actually is to have more companies coming up because that generates the maximum jobs.
You know, Shaki, just for the information sake, I know Kerala has this fantastic program for the Startup Village. Can you share a little bit about that? We missed your voice on the table when we were talking about earlier about different initiatives.
The Startup Village is actually part of the student entrepreneurship policy. What we have created is we have created a state-of-the-art facility. We started with 25,000 square feet where any college-going student can come in and use the facility absolutely free of cost to start up any technology venture. We are trying to create the Silicon Valley ecosystem. And it's being led by one of the founders of Infosys, Mr. Chris Gopalakrishnan. So government is providing the infrastructure, but the entire management is left to both outstanding leaders from the industry and a bunch of college entrepreneurs, so that the bureaucracy and the political leadership doesn't come anywhere in the way. Just to give you an example of the interest level, we started this startup village with 25,000 square feet in August, and October 15th the space was completely leased out. We have now putting in place 100,000 square feet by March, and the Chief Minister's commitment is that if it gets leased out, used up by aspiring entrepreneurs, we will set up a 1 million square feet facility.
It's fantastic. I'm going to close on that note. It's been wonderful getting perspectives from each one of you, frank and honest. So that's been great. I'm told that the delegations and student volunteers are to come up here to collect their certificates. after the signing is done of the communique this evening. And with that, we bring this session to a close. I thank all the panelists here for the wonderful part.
Thank you, panelists. As a token of appreciation of your time, we'd like to present a memento. The memento is a book which was released at our national summit 2 years ago by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, titled Change We Want to Be. There we actually edited this particular coffee table book, and I'd like to request Mr. Ankit Mittal from Via Indore chapter to hand over the books to your panelists. Thank you very much.